Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamualaikum, dear students. I hope you all will be fine and in a good health. Today you have a science lecture and I am your science teacher. Today we will discuss chapter number 6, that is air and the atmosphere. The topics we discussed are the atmosphere, the composition of air. Air is soluble in water. The objectives of the topic: student after learning the topic, the student will be able to understand the difference between air and the atmosphere, know about the functions or purposes of the atmosphere, know about the composition of the air. Can you answer a simple question? What do you think is a special substance that floats around the earth? It can't be seen, but it can be felt. It allows all of us to breathe. Yes, it is air. What is air? Air is a mixture of gases with which living things live and breathe. The next one is the atmosphere. Now, what is atmosphere? Atmosphere is a thick layer of air that surrounds the earth, or we called it as a blanket of the air. Our earth is surrounded by a thick layer known as the atmosphere. As you can see in the diagram, the outer region of the earth in the light blue, it is the atmosphere. Now everything has a specific purpose. The atmosphere also has some purposes. So the atmosphere performs many functions. For example, it acts like a sieve or it acts like a filter. Now you will be thinking that what is a filter? So filter is a device for removing impurities. Fine. So atmosphere acts as a filter. If it is so, why? If you take the example of sieve or the tea strainer, so the tea strainer or the sieve filter out the liquid. In the same way, our atmosphere acts as a filter. It filters out harmful rays of the sun. If it not filter out the harmful rays of the sun, then it will destroy the earth. It filter out the UV rays, which is known as the ultraviolet rays. As you can see in the diagram, atmosphere acts as a filter as it protects us from the dangerous rays of the sun, that are the ultraviolet rays. The next is the meteorites burn up by the friction. Now the atmosphere also filter out the meteorites to burn by the friction before they hit the earth. Now, what are the meteorites? Meteorites are large, irregular, heavenly bodies that are present in the space, that orbit in the space. So, when they come out of their orbit, they face the friction of the atmosphere before reaching the earth. So, when they face the friction, due to the friction, they burn up and destroy. The next, atmosphere acts as a sunshade. Now what is sunshade? Sunshade is something used for protection of sun rays. For example, you can see in the diagram, umbrella and canopies are used as a sunshade. In the same way, the atmosphere also acts as a sunshade because it prevents the earth from becoming too hot during daytime, and it also acts as a protective blanket because, as you people know, that the blanket provides warmth. So like the blanket, the atmosphere prevents the earth from getting too cold at night time. Now we have different layers of atmosphere. Atmosphere have the following layers. The first one layer is the troposphere. The second one layer is the stratosphere. The third one is the mesosphere. The fourth one is the thermosphere, and the last and the outer layer is known as the exosphere. Now, as you can see in the diagram, the troposphere is that layer where we live. We live on troposphere. After that, the stratosphere. Stratosphere is the layer where ozone layer is present. The next one, mesosphere. In mesosphere, the meteorites burns. While in the thermosphere, where the temperature is high, the space shuttles are present there. And the next one is the outer and thin layer, that is the exosphere. These are the layers of the atmosphere. Okay. Now come towards the composition of the air. Now first we will discuss about it. What is composition? Composition is component or ingredient when composition that makes something. So air is composed of different gases. As we said that air is a mixture of gases. So air contain many gases, and these gases are nitrogen, carbon dioxide, oxygen, and other gases like argon, etc. Water vapor are also present in the atmosphere. Now, what is the composition of these gases? So, nitrogen is present 78% by volume. Now, what is the volume? Volume is amount of space occupied by a substance. So the nitrogen occupies the largest space, that is 78%. Carbon dioxide is present in 0.03% by volume. Oxygen is present 21% by volume, while water vapors and other gases, they are present as 1%. And the water vapor also varies. Its composition varies from place to place. For example, if you go towards the sea shore, what will happen there? There the more water vapors will be evaporate and it will be mixed with the air. So at seashore, the air contains the more water vapors, and we call that air as the humid air. Now, what is humid air and what is humidity? So humidity is the amount of water vapor in the air. The amount of water vapor in the air is known as the humidity. Okay. The next one topic is the air soluble in water or not. Now, what does the word soluble mean? The word soluble means when something dissolves easily. Now, how you can check that air is soluble in water or not? When we boil water in a saucepan or in a kettle, so what will happen? The air try to escape from the water. So when they try to escape from the water, it will form the bubbles, so which shows that air is dissolved in the water. Okay, now important processes that uses the air. We have different processes which also uses the air. Like the most common example is the respiration. Respiration is the process in which living things break down food and obtain the energy. So the respiration process use the oxygen. Fine. How they use the oxygen? The glucose will combine with the oxygen. When we eat the food, the digestive food, it will combine with the oxygen. So when they combine with the oxygen, they will release carbon dioxide and energy plus water. So the respiration process use the oxygen. The next one process is the photosynthesis. Now what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process in which plant prepare their own food by using carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. So when the carbon dioxide, water and sunlight will combine, they will produce simple sugar, that is the glucose and oxygen. So oxygen, carbon dioxide is used in this process. So important processes are that use the air. So one is the photosynthesis that use the carbon dioxide, and the second one is the respiration. Now there are some other processes that also use the air, that is the combustion. Now what is combustion? As you people know that combustion means burning. When something is burned, we call it as a combust. Combustion is a rapid reaction between a substance and oxygen that release heat and light energy. So when something reacts with oxygen, it will produce heat and light energy, and we call it as a combust. We said that substance as a combust. For example, a fuel is a substance that reacts with oxygen to release useful energy. Fine, it gives us the heat and the light energy. Hydrocarbons such as those found in crude oil make good fuel, particularly if the molecule in the compounds are small. Now what are hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbon is a compound containing only element, that is hydrogen and carbon. So in the combustion process, oxygen is used. The next one process is the rusting. Now what is rusting? Rusting is a chemical reaction between oxygen in the air and iron. So when oxygen in the air and iron, they will react with each other, it will produce rust. The substance form the rust. A rust is form of iron oxide. Fine, iron and oxide. Oxide means when the iron combined with the oxygen, it forms the iron oxide. Water is also required for this process. As you can see in the equation, iron plus oxygen, they will combine, they form the iron oxide. So these are the different processes which uses the air. I hope you all have understand the lecture.